Like, have you ever hooked up with a girl and her been like, oh, it's the perfect size? Like, what do they usually say?
Are you done?
No.
And welcome back to another episode of Common Decency. What were you going to say?
We're back.
We're back. I'm Sebby.
I'm Jenna.
And we are here to offer the best advice to the internet. And the internet needs it.
My favorite topics to talk about have been relationships.
Oh my gosh. Both men and women equally crazy on the internet. And I'm here to share some crazy stories with you.
Should we remind the people our podcast is Reddit based? So we find our content on Reddit, the craziest, juiciest stories, and we dig it up and we discuss.
We give our best advice because we've dated a lot of people. We've been around the block and back. So we feel like we have some good advice to offer the people.
You've been around the block?
Well, around my block.
How small is your block?
It's kind of small.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So let's start things off with this lovely lady who needs some advice. This girl is dating a guy for 2 months now. They're both looking for something serious. They have similar values and they have a lot of fun together. He's exactly what she's looking for in a man. However, sex has been complicated for them. Why? Because of his dick size. He's too big. She goes on to say, I'm planning on going to the doctor to investigate, but is it possible that my vagina and his penis just don't go well together? Has anyone ever experienced this? Let me know what you think. Yeah. What does she do?
I've experienced my vag and the guy I'm dating's peen just like not really mixing well.
So what is, okay.
It's a sign that like biologically, like you're not a good match.
Oh no.
Like science doesn't even want you to be together.
Nature is saying like, hey,
nature
guys.
Is saying no, yeah.
So should you like read into that? Really dive into it, look into it? Even if they're like on surface, on paper, they're really good for each other. And they really like each other. It's just like the intimacy, there's an issue.
What's the issue?
He's just too big. It doesn't fit.
Oh, that was an extremely long explanation for it. It's just too big.
Well, yeah, she wrote in a long explanation. But yeah, he's just too big and their sex isn't good because she has to sometimes stop.
What do you think?
I think there's certain ways around it. Mm-hmm. Like there's other ways to pleasure each other, right? Mm-hmm. You can use your hand, you can use your mouth, your booty, whatever it may be.
If it's too big for the vag, it might be a little too big for the booty. So
yeah, I don't know,
because that's even tighter usually.
You'd be surprised, but
yeah, look, these girls that are like, oh, I can fit like X, Y, and Z up there. I'm like, how?
Exactly. But if you really like each other, like figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like there's got to be ways to kind of exercise your muscles down there so that you can take a larger phallus inside of you.
I'd just break up.
Oh, dang.
Too much effort. Or, I would love to just be asexual. I'd be like, hey, do you want us to like hang out and not hook up because you're hurting my
brother. Yeah, that's a weird one. That's like, I obviously have never experienced something like that.
Yeah, You've never experienced a girl be like, it's too big.
No,
Really?
No,
what do girls usually say?
Are you done?
No. Like, have you ever hooked up with a girl and her been like, oh, it's the perfect size? Like, what do they usually say about your package?
I think most of them all are just over exaggerate. I'm not too impressive. So all the compliments I feel like I'm getting are just totally made up. So long story, you're saying break up with him. I'm saying try to work things out because you never know where they'll go.
Next up.
This female needs advice from us. She says, men, would you try hard for things to lead to going home together on a first date if you were actually interested in more than just?
I've always wanted to know that. Coming from a man, if I'm on a date with you and you want it to lead to more, why would you attempt to bang me knowing that you would ruin your like interpretation of me?
Right.
What are you guys doing?
Well, guys just want to naturally always have intercourse.
Even if you're interested in pursuing her further and it's like a first date?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then what if she gives in and does it?
Fantastic. That's That's another check mark.
No, some guys are like, she hooked up too easily. She's a cheap date and she's a SLUT and I'm not going to move forward with her. Well, then why did you try?
Exactly. First of all, you have to be good in your judgment of men. Okay? If it's a nice guy, nice young guy, and you think, I'm going to give him a chance, go for it. But if this guy is just pulling up in a convertible, loves his car more than he loves anything else, jewelry, just like flexing on where he's taking you. Yeah, it sounds like a playboy. So yeah, don't put out on for guys like that, right?
Oh, you lost me. I was thinking if you hook up with a guy on a first date and he wants to pursue things with you further, but he won't anymore because you hooked up, you don't want to pursue anything with a guy like that anyway. He can kick rocks, get lost.
Well, I have hooked up with a girl on the first date, had sex with them, and they ended up being my girlfriend for a long time.
You know, things happen.
Oh gosh.
No, but I think guys, if a girl hooks up on the first date too easily, like he won't want to pursue her, but you're the one that just tried to hook up with her. So
yeah,
you're the piece of shit.
I guess guys just don't do anything. Don't make any moves, fellas. If you want to be with them, don't make any moves.
No,
but if you don't want to be with them, make moves.
No, but she equally shouldn't want to pursue things with him because he hooked up easily. See, this is a double standard for women.
Yeah, there's a double standard for men too. It's tough out there, folks.
Are we going to fight?
Yeah, these freaking internet people, gosh, they can't figure it out. All right, on to the next one. This female user goes on to say, my boyfriend rarely pays for things. When I bring it up, he accuses me of wanting to control his finances.
I hate that.
It's the worst.
Don't tell me what to spend money on. People are like, oh, do you want to do this and that? You can afford it. The only reason I can't afford it is because I don't buy things you think I should be buying.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That triggers me. You want to trigger me? Tell me how to spend my money. I don't care if it's a bagel, $3. Don't tell me to buy it. I don't want it.
Fellas, also, don't expect your lady to pay for everything. Even if she makes more money than you, that is just you're burying yourself.
Don't dry that up.
Yeah, girls don't like that. It doesn't matter if she makes $1 million more than you. If you're going to take her out to buy the coffee, if you're going to take her to the grocery store, buy the groceries, put the gas in the car. Don't think twice of it.
Yeah, you got to treat a lady like a lady. A lady, no matter how successful she is, and unfortunately, a lot of women get put into these alpha roles in life if they're successful, or they're in their masculine energy if they're a boss lady, she still likes to be taken care of because deep down she's a woman. So buy her the coffee, take her to dinner, don't expect her to pay for everything even if she makes more than you.
Yeah, it's just a bad look, fellas. And then you end up online.
Did she say anything else?
Yeah. She says, she got a lot of good advice from people and a lot of mean advice, but she goes on to say that he actually retracted the way he felt. He offered to pay some of their recent expenses after seeing all of the advice that people were giving. Yeah. He felt really bad, and he's
good.
Yeah, so he actually
what's interesting is as long as a man or woman can learn from their mistakes in relationships and is always willing to grow, that's a really good sign. That's great.
Don't be too hard-headed. If some girl's trying to give you advice, just listen to it.
Admit your faults.
Admit your fault. That's fantastic to say, because a lot of guys don't like to admit that they're wrong.
Women have to work on this as well, yeah.
Yeah, women can work on it as well. It's okay to change for the better as you get older.
Yeah. Taking constructive criticism in relationships is super important. If your man is hey, I don't like how X, Y, and Z is headed. As a woman or as a man, it's really important to be you know what? I love you and respect you and I'm going to work on it. And it's just so mature.
Yeah, I even think verbally saying, I will work on it is a good way to start things off. You get respect from your partner by saying that.
I think I'm having a brain aneurysm or something.
Oh, what's going on lately?
My nose won't stop running. It's so bad.
All right, you good?
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Question. This guy asks, his date asked him to pay for parking after the first time they went out when she picked up her car from valet. So they had a date. It was lovely. It was wonderful. She says, hey, can you pay for parking? Can you pay for my parking?
Imagine a guy be it was a lovely date. Let me walk you out. And then being like, can you pay for the parking?
That's so awkward.
I would have been like, you didn't have to walk me out. I could have just walked myself. Thank you.
He goes on to say he got a side hug, which made things more awkward. He then, as soon as she drove off, he deleted her number and they unmatched.
If you make me pay for parking, you think you're not getting a side hug? He's lucky he got a side hug.
But he paid for the parking though. He did pay for parking.
Oh, the girl asked him to pay for parking.
Yes, the girl was like, hey, by the way, can you pay for my parking after you paid for dinner?
And then she gave him a side hug.
And drove off.
Oh, she's just simply uninterested. He got bamboozled.
Yeah, he got bamboozled for dinner.
He should have just, gosh, it's so hard to be like blunt in person and be like, no, and walk off.
Yeah. Guys, I think as a younger guy myself, I remember like putting up with a lot of this shit too.
Yeah, I don't put up with that shit.
Yeah, I would like pay for like dates that were like really, really bad. I should have just like, no, put my foot down. But guys, put your foot down. And even with little things like this, have her pay for it. It was an awful date. Just leave. Nothing's going to happen. You're never going to talk to her again.
Yeah, if you feel like never speaking to her again,
leave. Just leave. I would have said, no, thank you, and then just walked away. So don't get taken advantage of, fellas. I know they want dinner, but just don't get taken advantage of.
Yeah.
On to a more lighthearted question. What do you do if your gay friend has a crush on you, but you're not gay?
I hate when my gay friends have crushes on me.
Yeah. What, like... Oh, wow. This is great. This is we are getting some awesome footage today. Keep that in.
Do I have any gay friends?
I mean, I have some gay friends.
Have you had a gay guy have a crush on you?
Okay, I'm sure they all do. And they'll admit to you. They always tell all the gay guys that I've been around, they're very flamboyant and open. Oh, with compliments. So, but I'm not gay, so I can just take it in stride. I think if I had to ask, like, hey, my gay friend is like telling me he has a crush on me. Should I just tell him I'm not? I mean, you should come across as not gay, right? Like, I'm a masculine dude. Why would they even ask me? But this person, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what would you do? What would you tell him?
It's different for girls because girls are very like, love ya, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, so I feel like a girl could fall in love with like a girlfriend easily.
I do feel like that happens a lot with girls. Like if a gay girl likes a straight girl,
I feel like
they can make them gay.
if a gay friend of mine confessed her love for me, I'd still be her friend.
Even if you were single?
I'm painfully straight, so I wouldn't have any interest, but I would not have any interest in abandoning the friendship.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, I'd still be friends.
Yeah, it's tough. This person wants to know if they're the a-hole. Am I the a-hole for telling my friend that her being ugly was not my problem?
No, tell her. I hate when people complain about their looks and like make it other people's problems. Gain some confidence. Grow a personality.
Also, be comfortable with your flaws. Everybody has flaws. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
With apps these days, people using apps to kind of like really, really make themselves look perfect. Dude, it's like, oh my gosh, we get it. It's okay. Just be yourself. That's all you have to say?
No.
One sentence?
I feel like my brain is like off. My brain is leaking.
Her brain is leaking out of her nose.
Leaking. Some girls are so insecure and it's so frustrating. And it's just, some girls are really like vocal about tearing themselves down. Maybe they're fishing for compliments. People just gotta build confidence. I've been around so many girls who are like, oh, my hair and oh, my body and oh, this pin and I don't look good in this. Do I look good in it?
Me
Do you
too.
think it looks good? Can you help me with my, it's like, you're exhausting. Build confidence. I don't know how can someone build confidence regarding their looks?
Stop looking at yourself. Just stop looking at yourself. Stop dissecting every little wrong thing with yourself.
I will tell you, nobody's looking at you but you. Like, when you're out and about in life, nobody's thinking of you and nobody's looking at you. It's all you up here. Like, when I walk around the street and I'm like, oh my God, I'm insecure about this or that. Nobody's thinking that.
Nobody cares.
No one else is thinking that but you. So I think get out of your head.
Live your life. focus on what you're doing, focus on the present, and stop looking at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah, I think it really helps me sometimes to remind myself, nobody cares about me, no one's looking at me, and no one's thinking of me. And I'm like, okay, I'm chill then.
Yeah, and
Pressure's off.
stop using Facetune, because then you look at your Facetune perfectly, and then you look at yourself in the mirror and you see flaws.
Nah, you can keep using Facetune. That's fine for me.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us. We will be here again next week for ya.
I love you. Thanks for watching.
Peace.